not all vegans are unwell short term. Most vegans fail. I would even put a percentage on it. If you really added up everybody and you started looking at the numbers, I'm willing to say 70% of vegans fall off by year 5.
Yeah.
By year 10, we're talking less than 10% are still on board.
Yeah.
And then those that make it a lifetime, the rest of their life as a vegan, we're talking less than 1%, guys. Let's just keep it really, really real here. And you saying that you felt no different, that's fine. That's still not proving anything, because, and this is what I love about the chats that I've been having lately with vegans that are willing to come on and talk, is because they're starting to admit that 1, 2, 10% of people can't be vegan for whatever reason. And that little chink in the armor right there has blown the doors open, because they were under the assumption that 100.0% of everybody can do veganism. We're designed to eat this food. It's a species-specific diet, all that stuff, right? But as soon as they have admitted that 10% can't do it, well, that ruins the entire argument from so many levels.
Right.
You know?
It can't be a one-size-fits-all if even 10% can't do it.
So then it becomes the question, how do you know if you're the 10% or not? How do you know if you're 10%? And yet we have all these people falling off the diet. It's like, okay, well, maybe we're actually thinking about it. It's the reverse. It's more like 90% can't do it and only 10% can do it. And they do it suboptimally anyway. And, we know why. It's not even a secret why it's not working. We pretty much know why it's not working. And we know we know how people are fixing it rapidly once they're done. And then you got channels like Vegan Deterioration that are pointing out people's eyeballs sinking into the back of their damn heads.
I wanted to ask you about that. I mean, do you think this is really happening? Is that what we're seeing? Like, are we seeing veganism itself, causing that type of
I 100% believe it. And this is the thing. So when you start talking about degeneration, you're not talking about weight loss or weight gain. You're talking about like collagen depletion. Yeah. You're talking about muscle tissue, like bone density depletion, degeneration. Like, these are the things that are happening behind the scenes. It doesn't happen to everybody, and it happens at different rates. However, when it does happen, you do not reverse it while on the vegan diet. And this is a distinction that I don't know her name, but Vegan Deterioration, the woman who runs that channel, makes. She has never seen anybody reverse those symptoms while still on the vegan diet.
Right.
So that's very important to understand. It happens at its own rate, and you might be able to fend it off, but it doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. And once it does happen, there's no reversing it for you while on the vegan diet. And
there's another symptom, and the reason I wanted to ask, I was thinking about this a little while ago to ask you about the vegan sunken eye syndrome thing, because and to see what you thought about it. But another symptom possible symptom that I've noticed, and I want to see what you think about this, is you can see it in the shoulders, especially in men, but in women as well. You can see it. You can see the sort of end stage veganism, I guess, if that's an actual concept, in the shoulder area, and they'll almost have like where there should be shoulder caps. Sometimes there's even like an indentation, and that to me is not a healthy look. I'm not going to call anybody out by name, but have you noticed, like, do you think the shoulders or like as far as how thin your arms are, do you think that could could that point to how healthy somebody is or is not? Like, what do you think about that? Am I just overthinking it?
Like, yes, I have definitely noticed this. I call it the 90-degree vegan shoulders, the fruit shoulders. It's like
fruit shoulders, sure, yeah.
It's literally just a 90-degree angle. Like, there's no pop here on the side.
Yeah.
And people will be like, well, John Venus. I'm like, okay, listen, John Venus hasn't degenerated in that specific way yet. He also came into the diet with massive fucking shoulders.
Right.
So like, he has probably years and years and years to go before you're going to even see that symptom on him because of the way that he started out. You know what I mean? And even his own genetics.
Vegan, but these high carbers, these fruit vegans, like,
yes,
I've noticed
it's a typical symptom.
Lot.
Yeah, like, you see their t-shirts are basically hanging off their shoulders, like as a coat hanger. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's definitely a sign of physical degeneration in my opinion, and you even see it on some of the ones that do work out. Like that's the thing is that I'm sending myself a picture right now.
Out, and she
oh yeah,
I'm just shocked when I see her frame. You know, it's like to me it looks like it's thin as fuck. But
I'm sending a photo of myself to. I'm going to pull it up on my third monitor in a second here. Basically,
it could be vegan degeneration.
Absolutely, because here's what happens. I lost all of my weight on a juice fast and on and doing raw. So I went down to 133 pounds at my minimum as a vegan, which is extremely tiny.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing though. I gained that weight back up to 156 pounds. But my face never reflected the weight gain. So in my opinion, I had that degeneration going on in my face after losing everything, and I could not gain it back, even though I gained the actual physical fat mass and weight mass back. You know what I'm saying? So once you lose it, it's very hard to get that fullness in your cheeks back, that puffiness, the fat around your eyelids here. That stuff all just disappears. And I'm pulling it up on my second monitor here. Give me a second.
A lot of people this past summer, they noted, like, if you go back and look at my videos from like even, I don't know, August, I was sunken in, and that was like right around the time I was for leaving this vegan thing. But by the very end, I think I did sort of have a hard time keeping weight on in my face. You know, I totally relate to what the experience you just.
No, you look 10 times different now than you do.
People tell me that, yeah.
Dude, you look now how you did when you back in the day with the fucking the bleach hair, but 3 months ago when you were living on the beach, you know, you didn't look so good, man. Like you were
I was
heavily recovering.
Sunken in, and I think you could experience, you know, like facial degeneration, right? The lack of collagen and stuff. I think that's a very real thing. You know,
and another thing too, we talk about it too.
I can look at it, you know.
And there's a dryness to the forehead as well on vegans that go long term, and I had it for sure on this. Yeah. It's like these lines here become very indented, and they stay there. They don't like disappear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's no juiciness to it. No, I'm just saying it's while you're vegan, it becomes like almost rough, like lumpy and rough. On the forehead specifically. So here we go. I'm gonna pop up a picture of myself. Check it out. So that was me at 155 pounds or so. That's 10 pounds heavier than I am right now. And my face, like even around the beard area, around the sides,
I see that,
is more sunken in. Like if you look at this angle here, like from my cheekbone here down to this angle here, it's more angled like this. My face is angled like this rather than like a fucking jar, you know? Like it should be more like straight up and down.
Right.
But in this photo, you see me and I'm even like, you know, jaw clenched. I was even growing my beard out thicker on the sides and around the mouth because I was trying to make my face look wider. And even these days, like I have my beard, I just trimmed it today. So you'll see more of a natural representation of the way my face looks now. I hope that I'm starting to regain some of that. But this is a good example. Like to me, this photo is like one of the ugliest photos I've ever taken of myself. Like it shows all of the cases of degeneration. Whoa. I don't know why I did that, but you see, look at my forehead there. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Do you see how rippled and lumpy that is?
Yeah.
You can even see it in the light. And that's never been, if anything, I've been an oily person, you know, my whole life. So for me to have that on my face, it doesn't add up. And dude, I was not feeling myself back then. And again, the angles of my face were changing and I just felt everything getting smaller. It just wasn't a good feeling.
Yeah, no, I've definitely suffered from that really skinny face thing. And I do think, like, looking in hindsight now, I guess reporting about it in this moment, it could have been like because of my diet. And people used to I used to get trolled hard about like just how skinny my face was. People would say like, you're on drugs, you look like shit, you know, and like, I can look at my videos from this past summer and like, I can't believe how skinny my face looked. It was, you know, it's not a good look. I feel like I look better now. I'm happy with the way my face has filled out. by incorporating dairy, beef. I don't really eat chicken. I eat turkey and tuna. By incorporating those products or those foods, we still here?
No, you're good. Yeah.
Skip. Incorporating those foods has helped to fill out my face 100%, especially the cream.